When Lazarus left his charnel cave and home to Mary's house returned, was this demanded if he yearned to hear her weeping by his grave? Where went thou, brother, those 4 days? Their lives no record of reply, which telling what it is to die, had surely added praise to praise. From every house the neighbors met, the streets were filled with joyful sound, a solemn gladness even crowned the purple brows of Olivet. Behold, a man raised up by Christ, the rest remained unrevealed. He told it not, or something sealed the lips of that evangelist. Her eyes are homes of silent prayer, nor other thought her mind admits. But he was dead, and there he sits, and he that brought him back is there. Then one deep love that supersedes all other, when her ardent gaze roves from the living brother's face, and rests upon the life indeed. All subtle thought, all curious fears, burned down by gladness so complete. She bows, she baths the Saviour's feet with costly spikenard and with tears. Thrice blessed, whose lives are faithful prayers, whose loves in higher love endure. What souls possess themselves so pure, or is their blessedness like theirs? O thou that after toil and storm mayst seem to have reached a purer air, whose faith has centre everywhere, nor cares to fix itself to form. Leave thou thy sister when she prays, her early heaven, her happy views, nor thou, with shadowed hint confuse, life that leads melodious days. Her faith through form is pure as thine, her hands are quicker unto good. O sacred be the flesh and blood, to which she links a truth divine. See thou that countess risen ripe, in holding by the law within, thou fail not in a world of sin, and even for want of such a type. My own dim life should teach me this, that life shall live for evermore, else earth is darkness at the core, and dust and ashes all that is. This round of grain, this orb of flame, fantastic beauty, such as larks in some wild poet when he walks without a conscience or an aim. What then were God to such as I? 'Twere hardly worth my while to choose of things all mortal, or to use a total patience ere I die. 'Twere best at once to sink to peace, like birds the charming serpent drawn, to drop head foremost in the jaws of vacant darkness, and to cease. Yet if some voice that man could trust should murmur from the narrow house, the chicks drop in, the body bows, man dies, nor is there hope in dust. Might I not say, yet even here, but for 1 hour, O love, I strive to keep so sweet a thing alive. But I should turn my ears and hear the moanings of the homeless sea, the sound of streams that swift or slow draw down union hills and sow the dust of continents to be. And love would answer with a sigh, the sound of that forgetful soul will change my sweetness more and more, half dead to know that I shall die. O me, what profits it to put an idle case if death were seen at first as death love had not been, or been in narrowest walking shut, mere fellowship of sluggish moods, or in his coarsest satire shape, had bruised the herb and crushed the grape, and basked and patterned in the woods. The truths in manhood darkly join, deep-seated in our mystic frame. We yield all blessing to the name of Him that made them current coin. For wisdom dealt with mortal powers, where truth in closest words shall fail, when truth embedded in a tale shall enter in at lowly doors. And so the Word had breath and wrought with human hands the creed of creeds, in loveliness of perfect deeds, more strong than all poetic thought, which he may read that binds the sieve, or builds the house, or digs the grave, and those wild eyes that watch the wave in roarings round the coral reef. Urania speaks with darkened brow. Thou pratest here where thou art least. This faith has many a purer priest, and many an nobler voice than thou. Go down beside thy native rail, on thy Parnassus set by thy feet, and hear thy laurel whisper sweet about the ledges of the hill. And my Melpomene replies, a touch of shame upon her cheek, I am not worthy even to speak of thy prevailing mysteries, for I am but an earthly muse, and owning but a little art to lull with song an aching heart, and render human love his dues. But brooding on the dear one dead, and all he said of things divine, and dear to me as sacred wine, to dying lips is all he said. I murmured as I came along, of comfort clasped, in truth revealed, and loitered in the Master's field, and darkened sanctities with song. With weary steps I loiter on, though always under altered skies, the purple from the distance dies, my prospect and horizon gone. No joy the blowing season gives, the herald melodies of spring, but in the songs I love to sing, a doubtful gleam of soulless lives. If any care for what is here, survive in spirits rendered free, then are these songs I sing of thee not all ungrateful to thine ear. old warder of these buried bones, and answering now my random stroke with fruitful cloud and leaving smoke, dark you that graspest at the stones, and deepest towards the dreamless head, to thee too comes the golden hour, when flower is failing after flower, but sorrow fixed upon the dead, and darkening the dark graves of man, what whispered from her lying lips, the gloom is kindled at the tips, and passes into gloom again. Could we forget the widowed hour, and look on spirits breathed away, as on a maiden in the day, when first she wears her orange flower, when crowned with blessing she doth rise, to take her latest leave of home, and hopes and light regrets that come, make April of her tender eyes. And doubtful joys the father move, and tears are on the mother's face, as parting with a long embrace, she enters other realms of love. Her office there to rear, to teach, becoming as is meet and fit, a link among the days, to knit the generations each with each. And doubtless unto thee is given a life that bears immortal fruit, in those great offices that suit the full-grown energies of heaven. Am I the difference I discern? How often shall her old fireside be cheered with tidings of the bride? How often she herself return, and tell them all they would have told, and bring her babe and make her boast, till even those that missed her most shall count new things as dear as old. But thou and I have shaken hands, till growing winters lay me low. My paths are in the fields I know, and thine in undiscovered lands.